According to the family of a suspect accused of attempting to detonate an explosives-laden van outside an Oklahoma bank, he is a paranoid schizophrenic, and the FBI knew it. In a statement, Clifford and Melanie Varnell of Sayre, Oklahoma, questioned the tactics undercover agents used to arrest their son, Jerry Drake Varnell. The 23-year-old was taken into custody Saturday morning for an alleged plot to detonate a vehicle bomb in downtown Oklahoma City. An excerpt from the Varnell family's statement says, "The FBI came and picked him up from our home. They gave him a vehicle, gave him a fake bomb, and every means to make this happen." The statement goes on to add that authorities should not have aided and abetted a paranoid schizophrenic to commit this act.
A 23-year-old man is accused of trying to detonate what he thought was a massive bomb in Oklahoma City, just blocks from the site of the 1995 bombing of the Murrah Federal Building. Omar Villafranca has more from Oklahoma City.
A confidential informant alerted the FBI to Jerry Drake Varnell's plan to blow up an Oklahoma City bank, describing him as someone upset with the government and seeking retaliation. In the criminal complaint, Varnell wanted to pull off an attack similar to the Oklahoma City bombing, adding, "I'm out for blood. When militias start getting formed, I'm going after government officials." The informant introduced Varnell to an undercover FBI agent posing as someone who could help him get bomb-making supplies and plan the attack. Raul Buhanda is with the FBI.
Varnell then began acquiring components for what he believed would make a 1,000-pound improvised explosive device.
Last Friday, Varnell assembled what he thought was a working bomb and tried to detonate it with a cell phone.
He parked the van in the alley of Bank First and fled to a safe location in order to remotely detonate the bomb.
Varnell followed the Three Percenters, an extremist anti-government group. Former FBI Assistant Director Ron Hosko.
We have violent people who are on the fringe, who are angry, who feel a call to action, who feel like their response is the answer. And too often that response is to kill a lot of innocents.
Varnell was in federal court today in Oklahoma City, right behind me. Incidentally, it's right across the street from the Oklahoma City National Memorial, the site of the deadly 1995 OKC bombing. Anthony?
Omar Villafranca. Thank you, Omar.
Government encouragement that he went further. He was strung along and he was placed in a trap.
According to Stephen Jones, this is a possible defense for Jerry Varnell. The FBI says Varnell has anti-government views and even wanted to replicate the 95 Oklahoma City bombing.
I think always the danger in those types of cases is whether just loose talk or a fantasy took legs, so to speak, encouraged by the FBI in an undercover operation.
Federal court documents say an undercover FBI agent tracked Varnell for months, even supplying him with materials to make an unusable bomb. Varnell arrested over the weekend after the FBI says he tried to detonate that fake bomb. His arrest brought Jones back to memories of his former client, Timothy McVeigh.
The scars are healed to a large extent in Oklahoma City. They will never be healed in people's lives that suffered.
Reporting from downtown Oklahoma City, Zach Royale, KOCO 5 News.
What was particular about this spot? I mean, are like anybody else going to try it?
Major fears tonight in Oklahoma City. 22 years after the deadly bombing at the Alfred P. Murrah Federal Building, investigators say this man planned a similar attack but was foiled in the final moments. It was an 8-month-long investigation by the FBI.
And it came to an end with an explosive-laden van sitting outside of a bank. Tonight, Only Two Works For You reporter Katie Wisely talked to a construction crew working right next to where the bomb was supposed to detonate.
This is the side of the building of Bank First, just 20 feet away, First National Center, where demolition is taking place inside. Construction workers on the other side of this brick wall telling me it could have been a close call.
I'm surprised they didn't say anything to us about it, though.
4 men, 3 sitting on a brick ledge, arms crossed, thinking.
Yeah, it would have been interesting. because they said they parked it in this alley.
About life, something so precious.
We could have all easily lost our lives.
But in an instant could be snatched.
Gary, you don't think there's really people like that in the world?
23-year-old Jerry Varnell had an idea investigators say began in December.
I can't imagine somebody wanting to do that again.
Similar to this horrific video, the Oklahoma City bombing.
That was in '95, that's the year I graduated.
Friday, investigators say Varnell made an IED, loaded it into a cargo van, and parked it in this alley, then went to a safe location. He was quickly arrested. Turns out the FBI knew all along.
I'm just glad that everybody, actually found it before they got us.
A scary thought for Justin Sipes.
I just think about my kids, and how close that was.
He's saying his prayers.
Thank you, Jesus.
That no one was hurt. Varnell is charged with attempted destruction of a building by an explosion. He was in court for the first time this afternoon. If convicted, he could face a maximum of 20 years in prison with a mandatory sentence of 5 years. Reporting in Oklahoma City, Katie Wisely, 2 Works for you.